Hotel was going down. I'm Donald Nelson, joined by Kelz with Supreme Confidence. Listen to today's episode, Love Affair Discussions podcast on the Confidence in the Klutch Network. Whether it's a game of basketball or a game of life, gotta have confidence in the clutch. Practice makes confidence. Pressure makes diamonds. Stay sucker free. Keep it a buck like Milwaukee. Stay woke or get out. Go ball or bust. You can't fit in when you're standing out. Colorism is dead. Black is black. Get your confidence together. Get your clutch together. Support your own. Listen to Apple Podcasts, Google Play Music, YouTube, and at confidenceintheclutch.podbean.com. Subscribe, rate, and review. Hit that bell button to get notifications of new episodes when we go live. It's important. Visit us on Facebook at Confidence in the Klutch. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at KNK. Coming up, we're talking about question of the week. Can religion and its control and miscalculated message by man, unfounded in the Bible, not faith, be detrimental to love? And our topic of the week, religion and relationship. You know what I mean? A lot of stuff going on. I see you, Tuck. Like always, bringing you quality opinions with strong facts. Wait a minute. Quality content with strong opinions and facts. Over here, content is king. You already know confidence starts right now. 3, 2, 1. Confidence on 3 and the clutch on 6. 1, 2, 3.
Confidence.
4, 5, 6.
In the clutch.
Confidence in the clutch.
How we doing, Kelly?
What's up?
I'm gonna let you lead. You all good?
I'm good. Let me tell you, I'm excited because like you've been sharing me with other people. I've been sharing you with other people for like the last 3-4 weeks now. Now it's back to the original.
Back to the grit of it.
Absolutely.
You like that?
It's gonna be interesting what comes out of this show. We've been sitting down with other people for a minute now, so now it's just you and I.
Oh man, you don't want to share me no more? Then everybody in the world. That's what she just said. She tired of sharing me, man. She tired of sharing me. So it's back to you.
Listen, I don't mind sharing. Okay?
Oh man, see, not a world. She can't say nothing about it. Then she already.
I don't mind sharing, but I'm just saying it feels good to be back with my co-host, just us, like the original nucleus of LAD. You know, just to have that conversation is back to the original how this all came to be. Like, it feels good. Absolutely.
It's all good.
Absolutely. But
go ahead.
No, I mean, I'm feeling pretty good. Like, just personally, I'm feeling pretty good. But, you know, just overall how I'm feeling. Mm-hmm. Like, I have the one word that's been popping up for me all week is therapy, counseling. Uh-oh. Like, I'm having more and more conversations with people, and they talk about going to counseling, going to therapy, and I'm just like, I was like, dang, do I need to go to therapy?
Everybody need to go to therapy.
I was like, do I need counseling? You know, and someone was telling me, like, just going to therapy, like, just really put a lot of things into perspective, being able to talk to someone and have them help you work through your thoughts and ideas.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I think we've talked about this a lot where, you know, I grew up in the church, so people be like, you know, just pray about everything. Just pray about it. And it's like, sometimes it's fine to pray about things, but it just makes it feel even more when you can actually sit down and have a conversation with your friend and get some therapy one-on-one with your friend or a professional. Yeah. So it's like, I'm saying that to say all of this, y'all. If whatever you going through, even if you're not going through anything, some people just need a life coach, like somebody to coach them through just life in general. Word. You know what I'm saying? Somebody besides your mama, daddy, your whoever, your spouse or whatever. But sometimes I think it's cool to, you know, just go and talk to somebody for real.
Yeah, therapy saved my life. Shit, coming through shit for what it needed to do at that point in time. That shit saved my life. Yeah, straight up. So, my shit. Here we go with the bullshit. The tights, the boots, with the sloppiness, looking sloppy everywhere. Like, damn, I remember when women went out and wanted to look good, you know what I mean? And I thought it was to attract a man, but it's a lot of sloppiness. Like, I mean, the hair is all messed up, regardless if it's regular their hair or some weave. It's all like messed up and frizzed up. Look like they just didn't do nothing with it the whole day, and it's like 7 at the night. Maybe they just getting up. I'm just not understanding. I mean, the boots and the tights with the other shit. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on because it's that time of year where it's just boots and tights and hair and little coats and waistlines and t-shirt halfway in. I'm looking like, man, this shit just look terrible, man. Like it just looks terrible. It just looks terrible. And I'm trying to understand why the fuck it go down like that, but I guess that shit man.
I think people are just in a rush, like now more than ever. I think people are just in a rush. Let me just quickly run to the Walgreens, go pick up something. I ain't got on no bra. I'm just got on some leggings and my hair ain't comb. I mean, I don't get it, because absolutely not from where I come from, but people are just in a rush. I don't think people just have that pride in themselves anymore. I don't know. They don't, I'm not gonna say they don't care, but they don't take pride in themselves enough to say, okay, I need to be looking like someone I go outside the door. Well, but that's crazy.
I mean, it's just a lot of sloppiness and shit, man. I'll just be trying to, like, you can do better. You know what I mean? And I equate it to when the man stop giving a fuck and trying to look fly for women. I mean, how many cats out here look extra dirty?
Oh, you know so many.
Like, extra dirty though.
Oh, so many.
Extra dirty. Like you like, damn, extra. Dude. Like,
yeah,
I get it. Like, is that thugging out, like grimy shit? But I don't
know what that is.
I mean, when I even go to the store, I mean, I try to do the best I can, but I try not to look just you know what I'm saying? Like bad. Yo, I understand. I ain't gotta, like Kanye said, every time you go to the store to get something, gotta what he say? Wear a shirt that's clean, shirt with a team, or some J's that's clean.
Yeah.
He couldn't go to the store without doing that shit. I understand that shit, but
yeah.
Man, we got to get back to that shit, y'all. We looking real sloppy out here, like
we
real
gotta get
sloppy.
It together, because our kids are.
We look sloppy and dirty, and our kids look
they
like
look the same
when they come to school and they, you know what I'm saying, in the community. Go to Mayfair on Saturday and see how our kids look, man, and the smell and the nappy hair and shit. I understand the trife shit, but man,
the what?
The trife, when you just got the little nappy shit and just get it lined up.
That's what they call it?
And that's what niggas out of town call it.
Trife?
It's that trife look. Like that
trifling?
Yes, trifling.
Who wants to look trifling?
Man, niggas.
I can't take it. Oh my God, I can't take it. I tell my daughter, and I tell her all the time, 14, I'm like, wait, hold on. I feel bad for you because, oh my God, these little boys out here, they just look.
I feel bad for you.
I do, because I'm like, if you show me a picture of a boy, I be looking at him like, nah, he don't look clean.
Yeah, that's what she like, fam.
Pants sagging down. No, sir. Look, I'm just saying, like, I'm like, they don't dress anymore. Like, you know how you got on a nice collar shirt? Like, when I was in high school,
Walmart.
They used to dress like for real. Like your shirt would be buttoned all the way up. Your pants, you had on a belt.
We was trying to get girls.
I mean, you had on a whole gas blue jean jacket with the pants and stuff, and you had a belt on, and you had on a nice little collar
trying to
shirt.
get the girls,
like
man.
You had. I mean, yeah, they was trying. They ain't trying to get nothing now. They just looking extra. But I just feel bad for my baby. I'm like, girl, and I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, is it just a Milwaukee thing or?
No, that's everywhere.
That's everywhere.
Everywhere. Ugh. All right.
Okay.
My second part. What the hell are you waiting for? The CTU strike is over. MTEA strike. Are you next? So, Thursday, the union and mayor agreed on a deal. Lori Lightfoot gave teachers 5 days of pay for 10 days of strike, according to the Chicago Sun-Times. What they achieved in negotiations leading up to and during the strike was a 16% pay raise over 5 years, more nurses, social workers, librarians, case managers, and clinicians. $35 million to reduce overcrowded classrooms and increased staffing for special education. Yes. So shout out to them. All those things are really good that they accomplished and negotiated to earn as the teachers down there. One of the biggest things they really fought for was the special education, because under Democratic Mayor Rahm Emanuel, he just disregarded special education and he closed like 100 schools. And
that's how the classrooms got overcrowded.
Absolutely. But I mean, they got the same problems we got here. Schools that hold 800, holding 200.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They got the same issues. We got all the good schools is out somewhere else, but they in the city of Chicago. That's the catch. So then, you know what I mean? You get a couple that get there, and of course, the ones that's doing better, not the ones that look like us. Same issues. I'm just looking at it like, man, same issues though. But shout out to them. Shout out to them teachers, man.
Can I just ask you a question? I just wonder with the whole increased staffing for special education, what does that mean? Like, you gonna add more teachers? Do you need more support staff, or do you actually need more teachers? Because there is a shortage for special education teachers all over this country. Yeah. Like, people just are not jumping into that field and area, and so you have school districts that are, offering incentives to people to jump into that field. So I just wonder what they're going to do. Are they doing more staff, support staff?
I'm sure more pairs and all that shit. And then more pairs and all that shit. And I'm thinking where was I looking for, G? When you just asked me that. More pairs, and it was something else. I was reading about it. Damn. It'll come back.
Like assistants and stuff like that?
Like they don't have any social workers in their school district. So the special ed teachers have to be their social worker as well.
Stop it.
Yes. That's
God. Yeah. You cannot be a case manager, because special education teachers are case managers.
Yes.
And then be a teacher of instruction and be the social worker to go out and find the parents.
Yeah, the pay raise over 5 years, more nurses, social workers, librarians. See, they wanted the 15 over 3, but the school district got what they wanted. I mean, mayor got what they wanted. They got 16 over 5, but they wanted 15 over 3. Because they talking about cost of living. They wanted better living choices for teachers as well. Like, it's a lot of shit there's a lot of shit that they wanted, but the bullshit was when it came down to the final negotiation, there was Lori Lightfoot, 4 other black women talking this black girl magic shit. I think his name Mr. Shakely or Mr. Sharkley.
Yeah, Sharkley.
His number 2
black woman.
Lori Lightfoot. The security said she couldn't come in. They stopped her coming up the steps. So you didn't want the sister from the union to be with y'all. Bullshit.
Wow.
Bullshit. But yo, underneath was there. The school board, the other person, and the other person.
I mean,
that was bogus though. Like, if it's black girl magic, she's part of the magic. Why she ain't with y'all? She's not getting reelected.
Yeah.
She's not getting reelected.
It was
at all.
It was a monumental moment when she got elected.
Yeah,
but now, like, all this stuff, this is major.
Yeah, because they were talking like she talks like a politician, like a wherever she came from, the law field, like attorney general type shit. She talks like one of them and say a whole bunch of bullshit, but then don't back it up. And what she did with stalling that shit out, because she said what she wasn't gonna do. Now the police and the fire union like salivating, like, really, nigga, this what you did? Oh man, we way more expensive than them teachers. So you got to come on with it now. So she really done messed up, man. She really done messed up, dog. She really done messed up.
Why are they way more expensive than a teacher?
Because they saving lives and putting out fires and helping niggas that die.
What the hell you think we doing?
Man, look, I've been saying this shit a lot. Those who do, those who can do, those who can't teach. That shit is really starting to make me understand a little bit more, because I got a lot of friends that teach and they are very frustrated. And they ain't making the money they want to make, and they invest in this education, and they spending in between $500 and $1,200 a month in student loans, and ain't got shit to show for it. I got a lot of friends right now that's in a fucked up place to help somebody else's kid. It was they calling, I guess, but it's just a lot of shit going on, man. I don't know. I got a lot of friends that are not happy.
Disrespected profession.
Yeah, for real.
No one shows us love. No one shows educators love.
Shit, out in the suburbs you get love. It's the urban educators, because the city you live in don't put in. They can raise taxes, and that's what the mayor was talking about. Well, y'all get ready for y'all taxes to get raised. Like, yeah, raise the taxes so it can be straight. That sounds
benefit
all right.
The kids, not just benefit the teachers, but man, you benefiting children as well.
You benefit the community that the kids serve.
Absolutely.
Like,
in the state of where Chicago is in right now and has been. Y'all gotta do something.
All right, y'all. Moving on. Question of the week. Kelz.
Question of the week. Can religion and its controlling, miscalculated message by man, unfounded in the Bible, not faith, be detrimental to love?
This is an old question. I wrote this joint like, I think last year we was grinding it out, trying to figure out a whole bunch of shit. But that's a very loaded question, right? So
it is.
Yes. The problem is the miscalculated message comes from all different denominations. I don't know about the black church except for what I read and talk to my friends about.
Okay.
I wasn't raised black church. I was raised Lutheran. But what I do see when I talk to my friends, they say a lot of shit that ain't in the Bible people got to go by. Like, show me that shit in the Bible. It's like what pastors say goes. Like, I don't understand like how women can't, like they can find a passage that say women not supposed to look like a man, which means they got to wear skirts the whole time. They can find a passage say women ain't supposed to be in the pulpit, which in some denominations, women can only speak in the pulpit during Women's Week, which I don't understand that. Then you got other churches where they got gay pastors. You got other churches where they ain't, you know what I mean, they can do what they want. You know what I mean? You got other churches you got to dress up to come. You got other churches where you don't. I remember one thing I remember from the Bible, Jesus is somebody said, "Come as you are, fam. We accept all." Like I don't even get that. So the people that say gay people shouldn't be at church, he said, "I don't accept all." Then you find a verse that say you shouldn't be gay, Sodom and Gomorrah, and all this shit. Like it's like, yo, if you go on by the Bible, which is old, antiquated rules and laws, written by who? A whole bunch of different writers. Everybody want that King James Bible. King James took like 230 books out of that Bible. So if that's the Bible you going by, he didn't want you to know some things for a reason. So my thing is, when you dealing with somebody that comes from those faiths, right? If you're dealing with somebody that was raised in the black church, they're automatically going to have a struggle, if you ask me. So when they had that struggle, you ain't from where they say what they do, then that shit ain't going to work. No matter how much you come to that side, because you still ain't them. It's like a gang type shit. Like, I've been thinking about, like, if you ain't from, have you noticed a lot of people that's in fraternity sororities, they marry other motherfuckers in fraternity sororities? You just like, it's a look like they got to type shit. I don't even understand that shit.
It's like an unwritten rule?
Yeah, it's like an unwritten rule. Like Kappas marry Sigma Gamma Rhos, Alpha marry AKAs, Deltas marry Qs and shit. And then you find they intermarry and all that shit. But it's like, if you a Baptist motherfucker, you want to find a woman that's going to be raised up under the Baptist shit because she might be able to be controlled more. If you're a Kojic motherfucker, same thing. Yeah, I mean, it's like, but I really just don't get it. Maybe you can help.
You think it's just black churches? Because I'm going to say no.
I didn't say those are the only ones I talk about. Those are the only ones I know. So, I mean, the Catholics, they fuck on the kids and all that shit, but they take care of their people.
But here's what I'm going to say, because I do know people who are Catholic, and the whole marriage thing, it was a touchy subject because I'm Catholic. He's not. And their belief system, I guess, within the Catholic Church is that you should marry Catholic.
For sure.
You know what I mean? And so when you don't marry Catholic, guess what you can't do?
What can't you do?
You can't get married in the Catholic Church.
Oh, man.
You have to do it. I mean, because it has to be, blessed or, pretty much blessed by your, I don't know what they call the priest or, the priest or bishop. Well, I don't know. But it has to be blessed by them. Like, they have to say it's okay. And, it's that type of situation. Like, there are people that have converted to other religions because of the religious faith or beliefs that their partner has.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it absolutely can. I mean, it can cause a lot of friction in a relationship. Mm-hmm. Just the beginnings of it, to be with somebody who believes a certain way. You know what I'm saying? To me, I feel like if you love somebody, you care about the individual, mm-hmm. As long as you guys have some commonalities, mm-hmm. in when it comes to spirituality, mm-hmm. we may not have the same religious beliefs. And at that particular point, it really shouldn't matter. But some people strongly believe, like, hey, if we are not equally yoked,
that's some bullshit too.
You know what I'm saying? Because
that's some bullshit. That's some bullshit.
But see, here's the thing: like, people take it to the extreme, and so when you talked about being equally yoked, I was like, let me just look this up. It just says don't be yoked together with like unbelievers. So
Who don't believe in God? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
what are we talking about? There are some people. So it's just like I was talking to somebody who was telling me about a situation where a lady in their church, she was married. Her husband was an atheist. You know what I'm saying? So that right there, I guess, in terms of what the Bible says, that would be unequally low. Because if you're an atheist and I believe in God, there's going to be some differences in our household, and it may cause some issues within our relationship and our marriage, because I believe this way, you believe that way. How we going to raise our kids? All that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? But
shit, that happen with motherfuckers of the same faith.
It does. It absolutely does.
I ain't had this shit in a long time. This shit's so good. One drink because I got homework to do. I can't even. That shit's so good, man.
It does. But I mean, there are some. I mean, you know, some people, Baptists and like Church of God in Christ, and I mean, it's different. Like there are different like I want to say unwritten.
They are unwritten. That shit unwritten, unfounded in the Bible. Like, show me that shit.
Unwritten ways of being, I should say. You know what I mean? Like women, some churches and religions believe like women should be clothed a certain kind of way, wearing them skirts all the way down to their ankles and all that type of stuff. You know what I mean? It's just
ain't no different than the Muslim women in hijab and shit. You know what I mean? You can't show your hair wrapped in a turban and shit. And then the ones that go all the way, we would like the picture in front of my house and coming to my house, where all you can see is woman's eyes and shit. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's real heavy.
It is real heavy. But then you have some women who choose not to do that, and they still believe, and they still practice the, what do you call them when people practice the different things within their religion?
Different sects, like different sects of different shit. Just denominations and shit, man. It's the same thing.
I mean, traditions or whatever. Yeah. I started to say rituals. But yeah, sometimes it is. It's like those ritualistic things that we do, you know what I mean, within our religion and our faith, you know, but we are not all the way in, so to speak. But absolutely, it's going to cause some friction in a relationship. It could cause your relationship to just end.
Right.
Because some people believe that strongly about how they've been, especially when they've been raised in it forever and they have a strong background in it, like your mama, your great grandmother, and everybody is raised up like, not going.
Right. Yeah, it's
because your family is going to be looking at you like, oh, no. He's not this, or she's not that, and she doesn't do this, and we don't do that, and you know, no, because then you can't be yourself.
I don't give a fuck. Like, here it is. Like, I don't give a fuck if you don't cuss. I don't give a fuck if you don't drink. I don't give a fuck if you don't want to have sex. That shit ain't got nothing to do with me. Because guess what? You ain't for me. You know what I mean?
That's another way to look at it.
It doesn't matter, fam. Like,
that is another
people
way to
get
look
married
at it.
for the wrong reasons. Most people get married to try to change somebody, not for who they are, number one, or not for what they can become. They get married, try to marry a motherfucker to change them or expect them to change. How many people have you heard? I thought it was gonna be different when we get married. No, motherfucker. What do you think is gonna be different? Because you're married now. What's supposed to be different? Did you have a conversation about these are the things I need to happen for me? And then the things you're gonna stop doing, the negotiations about no. So the religion shit. You know, people pray different. You know what I mean? People pray different and all that shit. So, I mean, you got to have a conversation with somebody about how you handle that. If you pray differently than me, guess what? You going to pray. I'm going to pray. If I'm leading in prayer, you know, when you with somebody, it's different when you lead the prayer with the family or over dinner or whatever. Even when we pray at dinner in my house, Kelz throws his own little extra shit in there. That's just what you know what I'm saying? There ain't anybody tripping. You got to pray like this. You know what I'm saying? He throw his own little shit. We get done praying. We say our little same prayer forever. And add a little bit to it, and he say his own little piece that he want to say. Well, what I'm supposed to say? No, son. That's my son. You know what I'm saying? So the woman I'm dealing with, if you, however you want to do it, it is what it is. If you praying that hard, I'm all for that shit. If you praying that hard, I really love that shit. You know what I'm saying? If it's a little simple prayer, like a text, like sometimes you text me with a prayer and shit, I'm all for that too. You know, as long as a motherfucker praying for you,
absolutely,
I'm all for it. But
all the prayers.
I'm not with all that bullshit, like all the extra shit, because that's stopping so many people from being happy. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we're gonna get into it. We can just transition right now to our topic of the week. The whole joint is religion in a relationship. I mean, we talking about the same shit, just the religion in a relationship. and how when one person finds religion in a relationship and your partner doesn't, will it kill the relationship type shit? It can, if the motherfucker don't accept the changes you had. I had a relationship where the motherfucker got saved on me, and it's like, okay, now what's next? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't believe in all that. I wasn't raised that way. So it's just cool. I'm all for it, but you gotta do what you gotta do now. Me, really, like, okay, well, if you say it, then okay, if you want to try to do it. But I mean, we got a time frame to make everything work, then, don't we? You know what I mean? If it don't work in that time frame, then we ain't rocking together. So then you saying something totally else. Like, if you saying I got to be like you, I'm never gonna be like you, because I wasn't raised under that denomination, that religion. That shit don't mean nothing to me. You know what I mean? It means everything to you, and I'm proud of you for doing that. But for me, it's nothing. You still the same. I look at you the same person. That don't stop me from doing nothing. You know what I mean? So it is what it is, though. But what you got to say about religion in a relationship? Because it's all intertwined. What we talking about? You talking about atheists and shit and regular motherfuckers, but it can fuck up a relationship, because it did mine. It did mine, because I dealt with that woman and dealt with her, and I got closer to God dealing with her. And then for that shit to go sideways like that, like damn. But sometimes people can be in your life for a season and not a reason, and then some people can be in your life for a reason, not a season. It's just it can go both ways, and it can be the same motherfucker. So you just got to do what you got to do.
For me, the religion is not even the most important thing. For me, it's about spirituality. I mean, because the religion, like I said, it can absolutely kill a relationship. It can, because certain like we talked about, certain denominations believe things have to be this way. You know what I'm saying? Me, I was raised in a black church, okay, and I have always believed that I have always believed in having your own personal relationship with God, whatever spiritual being you believe in, the creator, whatever you want to call him or it or her, whatever pronoun you want to use.
Whatever you want to use, my nigga.
I have always believed in believing in something and being connected with something that's greater than me.
Right.
So if that's where you are in your life, that's what I'm looking at. Right. I'm looking to see if because that really is going to set a foundation for some other things that if we decide to partner up or connect or whatever, it's going to set the foundation for some other things, but like I said, I was raised in a black church. I have seen relationships go to hell in a handbasket because people just, like you said, one person gets saved, so to speak, and their partner, that's just not where they at in their life.
But they don't even know what the fuck that is. Like somebody like me, I don't. You know what I'm saying?
Like somebody like you would not know because you weren't raised like you were raised in the black church.
I already gave my life to God. Shit, we got confirmed.
It's not just black church, but it's white churches.
But it's called different shit.
I don't even know what that means. Like when you say confirmed, I don't know what that is.
We had a ceremony at church. Pastor gave us a Bible verse in front of the whole congregation. We got confirmed to be believers in the shit. You know what I'm saying? So. In the Lutheran church, you get baptized when you're young. You get confirmed when you come through your 8th grade shit. Like before graduation, we got confirmed. We went through confirmation. Like it's a big thing.
The confirmation was, what does that mean though? You know what I'm saying?
I guess like nigga, I don't know.
Because like people who are saved saying that, they have accepted Jesus Christ as their Lord and Savior, and that they are going to abide by the Bible, and you know what I'm saying. So it's just, and I know, I guess Catholics, they have something different. Yeah, it's kind of like they have get confirmed it's like too. Confirmed too.
Yeah, they got some shit too.
But they do have black Lutheran churches, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's got a black pastor in the congregation, black. Okay,
I don't know. I've never been. I don't think I've ever been to a Lutheran.
I mean, at Lutherans, you sing hymnals. You know what I mean? You sing hymns.
Oh, so that's like, listen. So it's kind of like Catholic churches.
Yeah, absolutely.
They do too.
Yeah, that's why you got Lutheran synods and the synagogues and Catholic. They're the biggest joints out here. You know what I mean? They're the biggest ones. They got the most schools. They got the most churches. They got these
the
are
most
Lutheran
money.
Man, come on with it. So
wow, that's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Y'all get down and bend down and pray and stuff like that when they go to the church.
We can bow our heads. Just bow our heads.
No, I really want to ask that because I went to a Catholic church. Never been. I think I was about 35, And like the amount of times that they kneeled down, because they got the little whatever.
Yeah, they got their own shit.
And you kneel down, and it was like 5 or 6 times, and I was like, okay, if I get up and come down one more time, and I was like, I was pregnant at the time, I was like, I can't do this.
You rather kneel? You rather kneel 5 or 6 times, or bring that plate around 5 or 6 times? Which one you rather do? I remember I went to see my man get confirmed. 2 of my boys got confirmed on the same, not confirmed. They got baptized on the same day, and I think it's Baptist, whatever Christ the King is. I don't know what Christ the King is, but
it's Baptist.
Yeah, they got dunked in the water. Like, for what? I guess they did it in the Bible. I guess
it's the same.
Paul was dumping niggas in the river or something.
Yeah,
whatever. That's fine.
Where that comes from.
That's fine. But I tried to leave, and I couldn't leave when I wanted to leave.
Oh wow!
Like they was like,
see, I hate that. Now that I hate.
Wait a minute, how come, man? Because they passed that joint around like 3 times. Like, I'm done. Like, I seen my niggas get the joint. You know what I mean? And
are you serious?
Yeah, I seen my niggas get dunked, and I waited a minute. I'm like, oh, I can go now. That's all I needed to see. And I was just supporting them. Mm-hmm. And they were like, no, you gotta wait. Mm-hmm. Like, the motherfucker blocking the door. Like, motherfucker. What? I could have got an emergency text or anything. You telling me I got to wait for what? I guess when the pastor speaks, you can't leave, or if if anybody up there talking, one of them black men, you can't go nowhere. Come on,
that's how it is in some churches. I
gotta hear with that shit.
I mean, I was raised in a non-denominational church. My mother started off as Baptist. She was kind of raised into that, but like over the years, I've seen it like.
Gotta hear with that shit
from
Kelz.
Plenty of different. Yeah, I don't get it. Now that I just totally don't agree with that.
I couldn't hit it, fam.
Huh?
I couldn't hit it.
No, you know I know exactly what you're talking about.
My ass right down there in the back, like.
Oh, I would get up and walk out. What you gonna do?
Man,
you gonna go like this?
These motherfuckers
with your white glove on.
Man, they was in the way, my nigga. Like, you ain't going nowhere.
No,
nigga.
I have to go.
Man, they was
I've been to churches and I've seen that, and you politely, I gotta go. What they gonna do?
Motherfucker,
it's not. I mean, you're not being disrespectful, but see, that's the thing. They think it's a respect thing. Like, you're supposed to be. To me, some of these black churches, they hold their pastor with such high regard. It's unreal. Like, this man or woman of God is God, and they take it to a whole nother level. And I'm like, you know what? No, I'm not praising, and I'm not giving praises and worship to a man. Never ever will I do that. You know what I'm saying? So. Absolutely, it can kill a relationship when you have so much, when you give so much of yourself to the person in the front of your church than you do with your spouse or your partner. It's definitely gonna kill it.
Well, you gotta have these conversations. You gotta have communication before coming. You gotta that first date. Like, how do you need to get down to it, because especially if it's somebody you've been interested in, you know what I'm saying. That might have been giving you the runaround, and you think they might be sugarfoot or anything like that, because you thinking, wait a minute, what's wrong with me? Am I losing my sauce? Because shit, you supposed to be trying to get with me type shit. But you gotta have these conversations, see where niggas at, because you be surprised and shit. You know how niggas think and all that shit. Like, I don't think I'm not a religious person at all. I'm a spiritual person. I believe. I pray before my 10 toes hit the ground every morning. I jump down. Thank Lord for waking me up, because I'm just basic and shit. Like, God allow me to wake up. I got to fill in the blanks until I go to sleep. I hope I can make it. I hope I can do everything I need to do. Mm-hmm. I believe in Jesus. I believe in God. I believe in Allah. I believe in Muhammad. I believe in Buddha. I believe in African traditional religion. I believe in all that shit, because it's one God. So ain't no denomination, ain't no organized gang gonna tell me what I can't do, what I can do, because them motherfuckers don't run me. In the Bible, yes, them was old rules, but them was old motherfuckers rules. Because you can't say Allah didn't give it to Muhammad, but then say God gave it to all these other people, right? And all these different writing the same books. The New Testament and the Old Testament is the same. It'd be the same stories, fam. Like, how many different motherfuckers gonna write the same thing? Like, so, and remember, King James took books out of the Bible. All that shit is in the Vatican. The Vatican holds everything from every religion, nigga. That's why you can't fly over that bitch, and it's protected. But
it'll never burn down. Not like that. One place did. It will not.
No, but you know, my thing is, whatever you got to do to make yourself a better person, I'm all for it. So if it's you being controlled by your pastor and you're a good person, you short living your life and not doing what you need to do and not fulfill happiness because you can't mess with a man or woman that do this and do that, I'm all for it. You want to live your grandmother, grandfather, your mother, your father's life. I'm all for it. Whatever you need to do. But just make sure at the end of the day, when you judge, you didn't shit on niggas trying to live that life, though. Because that's the problem. A lot of people that's Jesus freaks and that church shit and think that's the end all be all, they actually offend people more than niggas that ain't with that shit. And they don't understand that. They don't understand that the way they command their life and what they don't do and what they shouldn't do, that shit is very disrespectful with how they come about doing this shit. Not all of them, some of them. You know what I mean? You got some of the sweetest pie. You know what I mean? And them are the ones where you want to respect their beliefs. You might not cuss around them. Maybe. Not as much as you used to. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I mean, I don't care, like, because I done seen some of the roughest, toughest niggas with the sweetest pie. No problem. When it comes down to them coming to Jesus fully like the woman do, it's gonna come. And if it ain't, guess what? I made a choice. This the man I love, I want to be with, and they cool with it. You know what I mean?
That happens.
So, no organized gang can control who you love. This is the love affair discussions. So people, all y'all, you struggling with that woman, struggling with that man, let them come to that shit when they want to come to it. Because they might gonna come to it when they get ready. You forcing them is definitely not gonna do it. Like if Kelly said, nigga, I want you to do something. No, Kelly, I can't do it, right? So then then I ain't gonna do it. So either Kelly got to accept me for who I am, knowing I ain't gonna do the shit, or Kelly gonna move the fuck around. It's just one of them two things. So you got to just live your life like that. Sometimes you got to accept a person for who the fuck they are.
Yeah, but what if, like some people I know, they out there like, well, what if, I am of this faith and then you're of another faith? Like, they coming, but maybe not the way that you came in. You know what I'm saying? So like if I'm a Christian and you're a Muslim, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of relationships like that. I know a lot of people like that. And it just works in their household. They respect each other's beliefs, but they know that they both believe in God. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like some people are like, nah, because, how do we raise our kids? And I've seen kids where they've been raised in a household where the dad was a Muslim and the mother was a Christian, and they just...
Well, look at me. I practice Ramadan, right? Motherfuckers be thinking I'm Muslim. I'm not Muslim.
Yeah.
I practice Ramadan. I pray to the East. You know what I'm saying? I call Black Jesus' name every day. You know what I mean? I say God. When I'm praying, I say God and Allah. You know what I mean? I mean, that's just how I am. African traditional. I pray to my ancestors. I do all that shit because it's all the same God. And through my teachings and my studyings, I recognize that, man. And everything came out of Africa. African traditional religions. Like, if you... Here go the shit that motherfuckers get mad when I say this. If you really, 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 really do your studying, and if you really, really are in religious shit, and it ain't Catholicism and all that shit, and it ain't the Baptist study shit, the Baptist colleges, they would say that the Bible is a book of fairy tales based upon African traditional religion. They got all that shit from Yoruba, Santeria, and Vodun. Not voodoo. Hollywood calls it voodoo. It's called Vodun. So all that shit is about ancestor worship and everything that happens, and all them stories came out of Africa. But it's funny how if you do your knowledge, they say Islam came in Africa in the 8th century. Either you're gonna practice or you're gonna die by the sword. Christianity came in the 12th century. Like, yo, you know what I mean? It's just crazy when they try to say all this shit came in Africa. Motherfuckers started in Africa. Like, people don't even. I don't get that shit. And that's when I'm done talking to you. But because you ain't did enough knowledge. Somebody told you some shit and you ran with that shit. Do the knowledge.
Fact check.
Do the knowledge and see, man. You'd be surprised.
Read.
Though.
Do your history check.
There's one God. It's called different languages, motherfucker.
Absolutely.
It's called different dialects and tongues. And remember, the world was one thing, one landmass called Pangea. When that shit happened, that big thing that killed the dinosaurs and shit bloomed, it spread this motherfucker out a little bit. And then it went into Pangea, had 3 different forms. You can see where South America fits into Africa and shit. You can see where Australia fits into India right there. That shit was right there, fam. It was all together. But whatever. We can talk that shit.
Yeah, that's interesting you said that, because I think a couple of months ago, not a couple months ago, I don't know. I don't know when it was, but it was probably like in April or May. I ran into a gentleman, and I was sitting and we was talking to my mom and her people that are members of her church. And this guy, he was I don't know.
Man, it's just so good.
I don't know what his religion.
I'm gonna pour some more up in here too. No more.
I want to taste it though.
Man, that shit good as fuck.
Okay, save me some.
Yeah.
But he brought up something that was interesting, and I said I really want to research it because I love history. It's my minor. But he he asked us, in the Bible, they talk about Jesus being born, and they talk about, and then it's like you talk about his birth, and then the next time you hear about him is like when he's like 12 years old, right? And he's like, have you ever
Then he's 30.
Then he's 30
33,
something. Yeah, so he was like, he was like, have you read about the first 12 years? And I was like, no, because at that point, I was like, I ain't really, like, I get what you're saying, but no, there's nothing to read about because there's nothing in the Bible. And now he was like, you got to read up on it. You got to go back and research. He was like, there's information that talks about his first 12 years and then the gap in between the 12 to 30. And it's just interesting that you talked about that and where everything came from. And he was like, people think that he just taught in one particular area, one particular part of the world, but they didn't talk about everything he did prior to that over here. And I was just like, wow. Man, I got it's like something I gotta read. And if you got something for me, we gotta read
some
it.
Shit for you.
So for sure.
People will
but it was interesting.
People will say, man, I don't think you're ready. People will say, when they went to resurrect him, who was there? His mama, Mary Magdalene. Mm-hmm. And the Bible said Mary Magdalene, what they tried to say she was a prostitute or something, right? Or a whore, some shit like that, right? That. But then you talk to other people, they say that's Jesus' wife.
Yeah, he was talking about that too.
They said Mary Magdalene really was Jesus' wife. So, I mean, Jesus was with the robbers, fam. Jesus was with the poor niggas. Jesus was with the other, and he wasn't with the good niggas.
No, he was not.
So he was trying to save everybody else who come to believe me, follow this shit. This is what it is. Jesus died for the common folk. Mm-hmm. The nigga, when he was 12 or 10, he went and seen what they was doing in the church and ripped the veil, fam. Mm-hmm. That's in the Vatican too.
It is.
They got that shit. And,
they got it all.
And so when people talk about Jesus, and then you got the people that say the Holy Trinity, nah, hell no. They're getting the knockout drag out fight about God, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit. They want to say that's three different people. Mm-hmm. Instead of they all the same and they all is one in different forms. Mm-hmm. Like we was raised with the Holy Trinity, Father, Son, Holy Ghost, when really that linear cross, that straight up and down, no, the original cross is the Ankh, and it was a mother, woman, and child. When Christianity got to Europe, it didn't come to Africa. When it got to Europe, Europeans didn't hold their women high in regards as we did in Africa. So and in Asian places, Asiatic black man. So what they did was took the woman out of the religion and put the Holy Spirit in there. Right? Mm-hmm. So Father, Son, Holy Ghost instead of Father, Mother, Child. Mm-hmm. So we know the Ankh is the female reproductive organs, the birth canal, the ovaries and shit. So come on with it, man. Whenever y'all want to talk that shit, we can talk it. I can pull out some shit. And if you talk to other people and do the knowledge, they'll say that when they say God's son, they're talking about the sun in the sky because the sun in the sky brings life and it resurrects every day. It comes up and all this shit. And it's really based upon astrological shit with the Bible. And if you really pay attention to, we're in the fourth era with the Potter. And if you look in the Bible, it talks about it. And it tells you the different times of the astrological, that shit is heavy. It's heavy because if you like education, you're going to gravitate towards it. But I was up in here with I can't watch that. I don't believe in that shit. Like, I'm saying just listen.
Oh,
Just listen and watch. I ain't trying, but it makes you think about some things. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's called a good book for a reason. It's the best selling book in the world forever for a reason. But I want to know where.
It's not the only book.
I want to know where. Yeah, read the book of Enoch. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of shit. So all I'm saying is whatever you got to do to make yourself feel like a better person is what it is. Just don't belittle somebody because they ain't where you at, thinking where you at is the shit. Kelly.
Yeah.
Love Q&A.
Love Q&A.
Get up out of here. Yeah.
Real quick. I was thinking like, okay. I know we talked about relationships and stuff a lot. Yeah. We always talk about relationships. But this is my question to you and to viewers.
Oh, shit.
Because I have talked to people about this particular question. And I've asked them. And I
look like you got two.
I do have two questions.
Oh, my God. Go ahead.
But what's the number one thing that you think makes a relationship last? Just the number one thing. So I'm going to just tell you. Should I let you go?
Shit, I thought this one I usually be on blast. Go ahead. You can go.
So I'm going to tell you just like the conversations that I've had.
Yeah.
You know, the number one thing that people said to me was a couple of things. One was genuine love.
What the fuck is that? Ain't no such thing as no genuine. Get your ass out of here. Sucker for love.
Genuine love, okay.
Sucker for love. Ain't no genuine love.
Another one was...
People stop it.
Another one
Go ahead.
Was...
Genuine love? Are you 12 and shit? Like, that's something I asked my daughter. Like, she called herself trying to have a little boyfriend. I said, why'd you want a boyfriend? And what happened? And you disrespecting me, telling me all this shit. I wanted to see where it can go. I said, what the fuck are you going to do? Get married at 12? No, what the fuck you mean? You're going to see where it's going to go. Stop it. You're going to see what these books going to go. Shit.
Another one was attraction.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Another one was sex.
Dumb motherfuckers. Are you talking to people? Are you talking to people? They're dumb. Sex ain't gonna keep nobody.
We know that. Look, we already know that.
You can break me off. You can break me off right now. It's 8:30. You can break me off right now. Shit, it's good, bad, indifferent, or other. If I'm thinking about it, shit, I might want some more cooch later.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. Sex ain't gonna keep nobody.
No, it
Go
doesn't.
ahead.
No, it doesn't. Oh, the other thing was communication.
All right. So you asking me?
Go.
And then I'm asking you. Compatibility. These motherfuckers ain't thinking. Compatibility, you got to be compatible with a motherfucker. The sex can be good, finances can be good, whatever, or it can't, some of that shit. If you ain't compatible with somebody, all that shit thrown off. Rich motherfuckers cheat.
They do.
Shit, motherfucking porno stars cheat. The niggas with the longest dick in the world get cheated on.
Some people say everybody cheat.
Shit, everybody cheat. I guess cheating is doing something or saying something that you wouldn't say if your mate was around. That's a baseline for cheating, and that's what we're gonna roll with. So it is what it is. Now, a motherfucker like me, I'm gonna say the same shit, whether you the mate around or not. So it is what it is. Now, that's just because it's just me. Now, what is your one thing, Kelly?
My one thing?
Yeah.
I think that makes a relationship is learning the art of compromising.
Compromise?
Yes.
Compromise. Okay.
Compromising, yes. Yeah. Yes. Because with compromising, with compromise, the hope is that you are already compatible. But just to make it last, I'm realizing that I may have to give up or step back, take a couple steps back so that you can have what you need at the same time while I'm getting what I need.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just because with compromising, there is communication. We're talking about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just making a decision. It requires us to talk and communicate about whatever it is, the finances.
Yeah.
When we're going to have sex.
Yeah.
Where we're going to have sex. You know what I'm saying? So it's like just compromising. How much sex we going to have. You know what I mean? All of that type of
3
stuff.
to 4 times a week.
How many kids we going to have.
1.
You know what I mean? Like just what are we eating tonight? You know?
Whatever I make.
Are you staying at home with the baby or am I staying? It's just about compromising. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
all right. Well,
that's the one.
Ask your second
number
question.
one thing. The second question is, okay. So, I was just having a conversation with somebody earlier this week about their relationship, and their relationship was like at the end. So, and
why are they talking to you about it? That's the problem right there.
The conversation was like, I don't, like having that conversation when you done, like you're like when you know you're done, like how do you have that conversation without I want to say making a person feel really, really bad, but like, because they may not really know it's done, but you're done.
Motherfuckers know it's done. Motherfuckers know it's done. Stop being a punk bitch and quit faking. That's what I say. When I say bitch, I ain't talking about no woman. I'm talking about stop being a punk bitch and say, hey, you need to clean this shit up because I'm starting to not like this shit a whole lot in our interactions, and I'm, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be dealing with this shit too much longer. You're going to have to make a decision or a choice because I don't need this shit. I can be bad by myself. Ain't no waiting. Ain't no saving them motherfucking feelings and shit because you're going to try to save somebody else's feelings for the expense of you. I'd rather not do that shit. Nigga, I can do bad by myself. I'm going to make the choice to stay around. I'm going to make the choice to fuck with you and help you with certain shit. I'm not going to allow you to just be up in this bullshit and false flagging while I'm out here hurting and being neglected and lacking love and shit or whatever the fuck I need you to do for me, Kelz. Absolutely not. So when I'm done, nigga, it's over with like shit. In my mind, you know what I'm saying? Therapy, we talked about it earlier. Therapist said, in your mind, pick an end date, give her that amount of time. After that amount of time goes, you got to be done. I did that shit. That shit saved my life.
Save your life?
Yes. For everybody out there that wants to get rid of the motherfucking, you too pussy to do it because you still emotionally or sexually attracted or tied to a pussy whip dick with whatever it is. In your brain, say, hey brain, hey body, hey sexual organs. Get this motherfucker whatever time frame you want to give them. And when they don't come back and capitulate to what you need and want, you got to be done. Then you make moves to be done.
Are you communicating that day? Okay.
No, that's in my head. I ain't telling you shit. In your head. Because we already at the point where you know you fucking up.
Okay.
So now you I'm boss ball and nigga, I do what I want type shit. All right, bitch. Okay, then here we go. You know what I mean? Bitch, male and female at this point in time. Yeah. That's it, my nigga. That's how we rolling over here.
Okay.
What about you?
Me?
Yeah, you can't be asking all the questions up here getting all this game for free, girl.
I mean, I know for me, if that was the case, it would be difficult because, yeah, even though I may not be connected to you, I may not be. I'm a very emotional person. So like,
no, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, world, she's lying.
I am.
No, she's not. No, you're not.
It may not. It may not. You may not always see it on the outside.
Well, you're not emotional then, Kelly.
I am. I am emotional.
God.
I am an emotional
First time
being.
hearing this. Absolutely.
I am.
I have not seen any emotion.
It's here. It's all here.
As good as we friends we are, I've never seen you cry. I've never seen you call me depressed. I've never seen you mad. I've never seen none of that shit.
Listen, dang, is this a therapy session?
Might be.
I probably need to go to therapy based on the way you talking since I don't express emotion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That's me, and I'm not saying it's right.
No, I'm not judging you.
I'm not saying it's right, but I am an emotional person. Like when I'm with someone, I am emotionally invested in that individual. I'm emotionally invested in the relationship.
Well, you with me? Can I get some money?
So, I need some money too. Shit. So I'm emotionally invested in that person. So if I'm emotionally invested in you, it would be very difficult for me to tell you it's done. I could be done in my mind, but I'm not done here. You know what I'm saying? Because I got those heartstrings that, you can still pull on and yank on. And it would be so hard for me to tell you I'm done. It would.
That's pussy. You pussy.
Listen, I dealt with someone. I dealt with someone, and it was so difficult for me to tell them. it was so difficult for me to just say I mean, when I say it took me a minute to say, like, this is just not what I want. This is not what I want to do.
Were you whipped?
I'm done. Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
We need to talk to a therapist, a clinician.
I wasn't, but it was just like me, I get emotionally attached to people. I do.
But how if you ain't whipped?
Huh?
How if you ain't whipped? Wasn't no money involved, or motherfucker wasn't doing that?
Money was involved in this particular situation.
So you was sack chasing. You was sack chasing then, Kelly. Come on.
I was not. Money was involved, but I had my own money. I had my own money.
Yeah,
that's not what it was.
You wanted his money.
If you was willing to give me the money, I'm just gonna take it.
What was you doing to get that money?
Being Kelly.
Oh, you was busting that.
Absolutely being Kelly.
Opening it up.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, my grandmother said you gotta pay the play. Hey,
come on, Kelly, cut it out, please, cut it out.
Okay, so anyways, but yeah, like seriously,
Kelly crazy.
Seriously, like yes, I mean it's been very difficult for me to just let people know that I'm done with you. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hurt. I don't want to, especially if you're more emotional than I. Like since you said like you ain't ever seen me cry. Like every person that I think I've dated has been more emotionally out. Like they show their emotions, they wear them on their sleeve, like more so than I do. So that part, you know,
all right.
It's hard for me to do that because I don't want to see nobody just, you know, the waterworks, the whole situation. Yeah.
Okay, well, Kelly, you know, this has been a good session for you, and your time is up. You know, you want to go next week, the same time? We can do that.
Same time.
Is that would that be what you like? And
sure.
I want you that journal. I want you to write it.
It's just gonna be me and you because you know our last couple of therapy sessions have been with other people. No. It's been group therapy.
Therapy session. This is your first.
This is the first therapy session.
Yeah, I've done a good job.
Yeah,
today.
I've
learned a lot.
But I don't wear my emotions on my sleeve.
Yeah, okay. I got you. We got under control. All right.
I guess I'm really gonna have to go to therapy then.
Yeah, you need to. It's good for you. It's good for you though. Motherfucker don't know you and just get to talk with you and work with you. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. So I haven't did this in a while, but I got some shit that I hate when, motherfucker. I hate when. I hate when you punk motherfuckers. No, I'm just playing. Y'all already know. I hate when you make my food sagging your punk ass pants. I hate that. I hate when you don't wear a hairnet and your hair is to your ass.
Oh my God.
I hate that. Sound like a rapping shit. I hate when you give me burnt ass. How you gonna give me the last bit of coffee then make a whole new batch? Why wouldn't you just say I'm making a new batch, fam? You knew that shit was old and shit. Like, and my dumb ass took it. But I'm looking at you crazy. Yo, like I don't know what the fuck is going on. So, I hate when you don't wear the company outerwear, but you wearing a motherfucking North Face at the register, my nigga. Like, no. McDonald's got a code, my nigga.
They ain't got it.
So, I hate when teachers don't make our kids call their 4-syllable last names. Knee check, whatever the hell you want to say, right? Instead, they call them Miss A, Mr. G, Mr. D, Mr. C, Mrs. C and shit. I don't like that shit. Make them say all the kids. All the kids. Black kids, white kids, black teachers, white teachers, Asian teachers, it don't matter, Hispanic teachers. Just call me Miss A, Miss G, Miss D. Like, no, make them call them your last name. If your last name is hard to pronounce, let them get the shit. After a while, them say it a couple times, them gonna understand, okay?
I agree.
I hate when y'all do that shit.
Yep, Mr. Nelson, Mr. N.
Yeah, Mr. N. Not 2 syllables, yo. Like, you gotta cut it out. You gotta cut it out. You know what I'm saying? I was talking to my homegirl, Jasmine. Shout out Jazz. We were just talking about our master plan, and she thinks like me. See, we got the master plan. I'll tell you off wax about the KKK infiltrating urban school districts, elementary schools. We doing all the work for them, y'all. And it's genius. It's genius. What I gotta say. So that's off wax. I tell you, she believe the same shit that I said. Shout out to Jazz. Real quick, I'm finna watch Power 11, and Tariq is going to jail. We can't see Ghost of Tommy Dunn because it's the last one before they end to January 2020. I want Tasha to go to jail, though. I want Tasha to go to jail for all the bodies. For Terry's body, for Angela's body, and for Ray Ray's body. Because that was her gun. That was her gun Tariq killed Ray Ray with. Even though they found Tariq's blood at the scene, I want Tasha to go there. Because Tasha done pushed me to the last level of respect for her. I'm done with her. So that's it.
So I just want to say one thing.
What? You got a quote?
Yeah, the quote of the week.
Go ahead.
Someone that holds you accountable loves you more than someone that watches you settle for mediocrity. That quote, I saw that scroll across my phone and I was like, absolutely.
Yeah, because I mean, you can be a weak ass bitch somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Once again, male, female. So, you know, shit, I need you to handle your business because you handle your business most definitely can help me handle my business, but you being a better you can lend to making me a better me.
Absolutely.
If I hold you accountable, you know, the motherfuckers I hate is like, if you do something for me, or no, I do something for you. And I'm like, damn, folks, I did for you. Don't do nothing for me then because I don't do shit for people and they gonna throw it in my face. No, motherfucker, I'm holding you because you self-centered and a bitch. I need you to do this for me. And I shouldn't even have to ask you. You should just know to do it. So, you know, it is what it is, though.
Yeah. I love it.
You love it?
I love it.
Oh.
Love it for discussion.
All right, y'all. We done.
We done?
Yeah, we went long. It's all good, though.
We went long? How long did we go?
Too long. 20 minutes over. I got to get to this work, though. So, shout out to Shorewood Athletics. Doing their thing.
Listen, we went too long because I got to go home. I finally got this Popeye's chicken sandwich. I'm about to taste it.
Oh, that shit. If you ain't eat it when you eat, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I didn't have time.
What the? Oh, man, I ain't fucking with
Sorry.
you. All right,
look, yeah.
Yeah.
That
shit gonna be nasty as fuck now.
I'm going to put it in this toaster
That's
oven and
nasty.
see how it tastes.
Hell no. You supposed to eat that.
I got the spicy one. Is that the right one to get?
I never ate that shit.
You've never had it?
Nah, nigga, I ain't no stupid
I didn't
nigga.
care, but my daughter and my nephew, they was like, oh, look at this. The line was ridiculous. They must have just bought it out again.
They were gone.
They brought it out again. The
and
line
your dumb ass
No, but I didn't get in the line, please. I was in the grocery store while they went inside and got that chicken sandwich.
Fuck out of here, man.
I was killing two birds with one stone. I say they was like, you want to try this? I said, yep. If you buying it for me, go ahead and get it. I'll taste it when I get to the crib.
Well, I made angel hair pasta and I'm finna do these crab cakes after I do my work. Crab cake is phenomenal. I know they're phenomenal.
It is, y'all. They are delicious. I've had them before.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Bet you want. I'm sending one for Penny.
You sending one for Penny?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, she's gonna
tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll give it to
She gonna love you.
Yeah. All right, y'all.
More than she love me, probably.
Yeah, pretty
No,
much.
I'm just playing. No,
yes.
ever. Nuh-uh,
Whatever.
don't want. Nuh-uh, don't want.
Okay. Get your confidence together. Get your clutch together. Support your own. Listen to Apple Podcasts, Google Play Music, YouTube, and at confidenceintheclutch.podbean.com. Subscribe, rate, and review. Hit that bell button to get notification of new episodes when we go live. It's important. Visit us on Facebook at Confidence in the Clutch. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at K&K. Yo, shout out to PA, Premier Athletics. Man, we did our thing last night up at MVP. It was a struggle for me. Had that injection, but we did our thing, man. So shout out to them brothers doing a great thing. Shout out to Kelz for coming, helping, setting up and shit. But it'd been nice if she was there to take down. But shit, it's all good. We got it accomplished. So
You did a good job.
it's all good, y'all. Have a safe and healthy night. 3, 2, 1. Confidence on 3 and the clutch on 6. 1, 2, 3.
Confidence
4, 5, 6.
in the clutch.
Confidence in the clutch.